am a ghost in my own life. Rest is just a pause before failure. The ceiling fan has a rhythmic click, a soft, metallic tink-tink-tink, that usually blends into the background of my apartment. Tonight, it sounds like a gavel. It is 1:43 a.m. on a Tuesday, and I am lying perfectly still, staring into the dark, my body heavy with the kind of exhaustion that isn't satisfied by sleep. My laptop is shut on the desk across the room, yet I can feel it humming. It's not actually running, but my brain has already migrated there. I am thinking about the presentation I need to refine, the article I promised to read, the language lesson I skipped 3 days ago because I was too tired. That too tired wasn't physical fatigue, it was the specific, hollow ache of having spent the entire day performing. There is this phantom metric I live by. Every morning, before my feet hit the floor, I have already signed a contract with myself. Today must be an optimization of yesterday. If I didn't hit the gym yesterday, I have to go today. If I read 10 pages yesterday, today needs to be 15. It is a slow, quiet terror, this compulsion to constantly inflate the value of my own existence. I look at my reflection in the dark window and I don't see a person, I see a project in perpetual beta. It's the small things that betray how far gone I am. Like when I'm scrolling through social media, not even enjoying it, just harvesting information, and I see a friend mention they learned a new hobby or traveled somewhere. My first instinct isn't curiosity or happiness for them. It is a sharp, jagged pang of inadequacy. They are moving. Why am I standing still? I start calculating. If they did that, and I didn't, where does that leave me on the imaginary scoreboard of human worth? I am constantly running a race where the finish line keeps receding, pulled away by my own trembling hands. This evening, I tried to sit on the balcony with a glass of water. Just to sit. No podcast, no book, no phone. For exactly 3 minutes, it was peaceful. Then, the voice crept in. It didn't shout, it just whispered, clinical and cold, this is wasted time. You could be doing something useful. If you don't grow, you're decaying. I felt a sudden, sharp heat in my chest, the unmistakable sensation of being caught doing something wrong. I was doing nothing. I was resting. And yet, I felt an overwhelming sense of guilt, as if I had just stolen something from someone else. I went back inside, opened my email, and started clearing out the inbox, not because it needed to be done, but because the tactile sensation of deleting messages made me feel less like a ghost. It made me feel like I existed, because I was productive. I am so busy maintaining the machinery of my own ambition that I have forgotten what it feels like to be the operator. I talk to people, I nod, I laugh at the right moments, but there is a pane of glass between me and the rest of the world. Everyone else seems to have a center of gravity. They seem to occupy their lives. I, on the other hand, am just hovering, waiting for the next task to anchor me to the ground. I've reached a point where I don't know who I am without the to-do list. If I stopped, if I truly, deeply stopped, I am terrified that I would simply vanish. That behind the schedule, the goals, the self-improvement, and the relentless drive to be better, there is just a vast, empty room. And I am too afraid to walk through the door to see if it's true. So I stay here, in the dark, calculating how I can be slightly more efficient tomorrow. I don't want to be better. I just want the guilt to stop. But the guilt is the only thing that keeps the engine turning. It is a brutal, circular dance. I do more to quiet the fear, and the fear grows because I've done more, and now the bar is higher, and the exhaustion is deeper, and I am farther away from myself than I was when I started. I look at my hands in the dim light of the street lamp outside. They are steady. They are capable. They are always ready to pick up the pen, the phone, the load. They are everything I need them to be, except they never belong to me. They belong to the next task. They belong to the better version of me that I am chasing, the one who never rests, the one who never fails, the one who is finally, perfectly enough. I close my eyes, trying to force the thoughts to settle, but they are like dust motes in a shaft of light. If I move, they just dance faster. Tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow I will do it differently. It is the lie I tell myself every night, a soft, comfortable sedative that allows me to finally drift into a sleep that isn't really rest, but just a temporary suspension of the judgment I pass on myself every waking hour. I am a machine built for a purpose I've forgotten, running on fuel I don't even like, just waiting for the day I finally run out.